Canned food. Canning is the general term for the process of packing a food in a container and submitting it to a heat procedure in order to increase its usable life. Heat transfer. Heat transfer refers to any or all of numerous types of events referred to as mechanisms that transport energy and entropy from one region to another. Convection is the method of transferring heat through the bulk movement of molecules in fluid, like gas and liquid. Conduction is the transfer of thermal energy by collision between surrounding atoms or molecules.
Sterilization process. Sterilization of food by autoclaving is structured in three phases. The first one is warm-up phase, in which the temperature of the water and the product increases from room temperature until the food reaches the pre-programmed sterilization temperature. The second one is sterilization phase. The sterilization temperature is maintained steadily for the pre-programmed sterilization time. The third one is cooling phase. At the end of the sterilization phase, by means of the cool water shower, the chamber of the autoclave is filled with water to cool the product and stop the cooking process.
Conduction of canned food. Heat transfer occurs from molecules to molecules in a straight line. The heat is then transferred inward toward the colder food in the center. Conduction is the slowest type of heat transfer rather than convection. The longest or thickest the pieces of food, the slower the heat penetration is. The time it takes to heat an entire jar of food is dependent on intensity, volume, and water content. Conduction in canning retard machine. In retard containers, after the heat passes through the container via conduction, it can heat the food in two ways, which are through the heat transfer or electricity transfer. It is appropriate for solid packed foods such as pumpkin and dog food, or for foods with solid particulates. The center of the container is the slowest heating point, and in terms of the time it takes to reach the thermal process temperature.
The heat transfer that involves is convection. Convection is the movement caused within a fluid by tendency of hotter and therefore less dense material to rise, and colder, denser material to sink under the influence of gravity, which consequently results in transfer of heat. Canning retard machine manufacturers and suppliers is the sterilization canned food machine. Natural convection in canning retard machine. In retard containers, convection heating is best used for products or portions of the food exhibiting some degree of flow. In products heated entirely by convection, the coolest point will fall near the bottom of the container. Many foods, however, do not exhibit a single mode of heat transfer, and the cold point must be determined by measuring various points in the can with the thermocouple.
The last part is about the advantage and disadvantage about the canned food. As for the advantage, for the first one is canned food are safe to eat. The second, canned food are easy for handling, transportation and stored. The third one is canned food are available throughout the year. The fourth one is canned food are applicable to a large variety of food. And the last advantage of canned food is canned food have a larger shelf life. While for the disadvantage, the first one is canned food are lacking in variety. The second one are canned food are high in sugar. The third one are filled canning jar are heavy and bulky. And the last one are the seal can easily be broken.